Hey everybody. Listen, I gotta do this quick video because I am like so totally exhausted right now. But it's been a long day. It's been a very productive day, but oh my gosh, it has been a long day. Um, yeah, I'm getting some other stuff done with one of my cars. And yes, I'm kind of a motorhead, okay, kind of a tomboy, but I don't dress like that. But yeah, deep inside, yeah, kind of a tomboy because I had an older brother. So I want to go ahead and do this video because it was too funny. It wasn't meant to be funny, but I was like, dang. So here's what happened. We're out today, having lunch, and so me, I'm just myself. I'm professional, but and I get at home and sometimes I act silly. You know what I mean? Um, I'm me. I'm a black woman, very black. Okay, so and my just in my background, my family's kind of they're kind of the older ones are kind of bougie. So me, I've always said I want to defy. Like me, I'll say, hey, boo, and all that. Kind of act a little out of character. They're very straight laced. Okay, I even have some cousins. They're very straight laced. Very conservative. And some are different, but the ones my age and my aunts, my mom, they're like, oh my gosh, I am like totally different. Okay, and that's fine. I'm kind of like out of the box. That's me. So, a lot of times you get at home and you say things about different issues. And I'm passionate about my people and our issues. And that's why I say some of the things I say. So we're having lunch today. And my man, he brings his friend. And this is an African American friend, okay? He's like, oh, yeah. And I said, wow, this guy, to myself, I hadn't met him. So I guess we're both friendly people. So I hadn't really met this guy before. And he strikes me like 40-ish. But uh, one of those, like to dress kind of street. So he's going to kind of stand out with us, which is fine. Okay. Um, and he has a woman with him. And so she's more like on our level. And what I mean that by her attire, she's business oriented. So he is the, hip hop. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, I'm almost like 45 years old, but I'm out here in these streets. So it's like, wow, that is interesting outfit. Okay, cool. So um today was a good day despite being busy. And we're kind of having like getting our little drink on. So they say if you want to know the truth, people tell the truth when they're drunk. Okay, a drunk won't lie. Whatever they're thinking will come out. So they don't match up. She's educated, has a very good job, just professional, manicured woman, and he's a homeboy. You know what's up? You know what I'm saying? He's got the kind of tie going on. And I was like, man, I understand dressing cool and that's fine, but it's a little over the top. So it's like oil and water. Yo, I'm fine with, hey, do you, girl. So he gets to talking. And I don't know why. No, no, no. Let me stop. I do know why. I think sometimes low performing men, they'll have a woman that's of a higher caliber, especially financially. Okay. I mean, at this point, it's like, I still don't know what he does for a living, so I guess he's trying to be a rapper. Yeah. Okay. Because I'm like, what is what we never really get to what he does, and I didn't want to really press it because I was like, I didn't want to embarrass her. No, I am team woman, team girl, so I would never do that. I didn't even ask her what he does. I was not going to embarrass her. I am not that chick. I believe in sisterhood, okay? And if I falter and embarrass somebody, hurt someone's feelings, my apologies in this show. So anyway, we're talking. And just in true Dusty fashion, I was like, one of the things is like sometimes I learn to hold my mouth. I'm like, girl, I don't know where you done got this old time for this good time fried and died laid to the side. Maybe his grandparents done raised him. I don't know where you found. You deserve so much better. And in true Dusty fashion, as we're talking about her accomplishments, and I was like, I'm like, how did you meet this guy? He goes, oh, I'm like, let me get you always been friendly to somebody. And oh, guess what? We're gonna be over here if you want to join us. Let me give you my card. I'm like, why you get my, I'm like, really? So that's how that came about. So, in true Dusty fashion, as we're speaking and we are all respecting her and all her, admiring her, while you've done great for yourself, she's just like all around a wonderful woman. She's done well, very accomplished, very down to earth, very intellectual, and he's like totally different, totally the opposite. So, it was a certain kind of wine, and she is so dating below herself, below her. She is like, this is triple D, dumpster diving, Moby Dick. All right. So we're talking about her accomplishments, and I don't know what he expected because we don't follow like the latest rap star and all that. I mean, that's fine and cool. I'm old school, but we don't follow all that. I'm not a fan of Drake or whoever is going on. I'm just not. Okay. I mean, that's just not my that's not my deal. And so I guess he thought it was going to all be about him. And I thought about it. I said, she was rather a little reserved. And we start talking more so. And I said, oh, yeah, I bet she's trying to make it about him because he's accomplished nothing. So to overcompensate, we want to talk about this quote, how hard he works to be a rapper. And I'm like, is he making any money? Does he have any income? Is he a trust fund baby? Doubt it, but is it possible? You never know. So then he decides to do in dust bucket fashion. He decides to go ahead and try to downplay her. Now you're the only one at this table who doesn't have income. You're the only one at this table out of the four of us who doesn't have a portfolio. You're the only one at this table who is the liability. Okay. And I'm going to be honest. I just saw him as a $50 billion liability buddy. I really did. So seeing her and kind of assessing him the way I did, I was not about to ask her about her man because I pretty much have an idea. Again, I'm team, promote women, and I'm not going to make her feel bad. So I'm not even going to ask, girl. You don't even have to say, I don't even want you to it might ruin your day to verbalize it. So in true Dust Bucket fashion, he decides to go ahead and say, yeah, well, I mean, it's like, she got a good job and everything, but, she went to school for 4 years. Anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. And he's like, hey, we all graduated from high school. And I'm like, that's the norm. 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade graduation, that's the norm. So I said, oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, she has her college degree, so what we all went to high school. And it's like, well, some of us went to college, like university, you know what I mean? Like that big place, like, auditorium classroom. Some of us did, just saying. So as we're just, giving her some compliments and trying to draw her in because we don't want to hear about you in your studio time. I just don't. Okay, this guy, hopefully, and I'm sure I won't see him again. So we're just trying to talk about her and, get her into the conversation. We've already heard about him. Already heard about the homeboy. Stay over there. He tries to downplay her accomplishments. Well, she's working on long hours, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, that right there, I feel you have to live your life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so we're talking about her and her accomplishments. No one cares about your rackety butt studio time. And I bet she paid for it. No one cares. You're sitting here in this ghetto outfit with these loud colors. And I don't know if the pants has got yours. He must have got them. You know what? I think he must have got them. So I was like, no, nobody's wearing that. They used to have it like back in the day, back in the bazaar, and it's like, it should be on what not to wear. So it's like, ooh. So he's trying to downplay her accomplishments. And so at this point, me, I'm going to keep it cool, keep it positive. Because I can have a smart mouth at times, but I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. And just, let's go ahead and let him have his little play. And so we're drinking, having a good time. And then I'm like, I'm looking at my boo like, I'm like, oh, I kind of gave a little look. And he said, now he he had 3 drinks, okay, which he wasn't drunk, but he had 3 drinks. He said, I'm looking over here. You've got a beautiful black woman who's educated and she works so hard. Why don't you do something? He said, I see black women always working hard and you come around here and you just bringing her life down. So, no, he said. So I was like, oh my gosh, I think he's turning into mini me. I bet you Papa done messed her credit up too, huh? And so I'm like, at this point, I'm doing the leg thing. You know how you kind of wrap somebody's leg, kind of scratch it, like, let's not do this. Let's not do it. He says, oh yeah, I know how it goes with the sisters. They get with you with a black man like you. And again, some people may say he's out of place. He's like, but you're just bringing her down. She's working so hard. What are you doing? You need to go ahead and do something so she can stop working so hard. I've seen it. And just so you know, he has African-American friends that do well. Okay? So this right here, they're just not doing a studio. They have their own thing going on. They're self-sufficient. This here is a dust bucket, a broke down $50 billion liability dust bucket wannabe rapper. And so at this point now, it's done got a little quiet. And so I'm like, at this time, yeah, we're going to have to go. We do have another appointment, which we had pretty much, I just want to leave right now. Let's get the check and let's go. So he's sitting there. So now my boo, he is still talking. He's like, black women are always working hard. What you need to do is get yourself together so she doesn't have to work hard and show her some love and let her relax a little bit. This is your woman. So now it's kind of turned into election. And I know a lot of black men will be like, he had no right to do that. I know a lot of black men think that. Well, guess what? The dust bucket has no right to try to minimize her accomplishment. And at the time, it's one of those things I want to kind of laugh. And then I want to kind of like, you got to keep it cool because it's in a public place. And then I'm thinking, we need to go ahead. Let's get the check and let's leave because dust bucket here, he might get out of pocket. And we don't want to be embarrassed. I don't, and you got 2 men here, testosterone going, yeah, this may not be very comfortable. Okay. And then later when I thought about it, I said, did you hear yourself about her credit and stuff? He goes, oh, I said, my gosh, you kind of sounded like me or something that I would probably say. He goes, no, well, I've already seen it. I've seen it. And I was like, well, the good thing is we're probably not going to hear from him again, them as a couple. I said, I gave her my card. We may hear from her. But I'm quite sure at this point, yeah, we probably won't be getting us a Christmas card. We won't. Yeah. And I'm fine with that. And then later on, I thought about it and I had to laugh because, I was like, well, you're trying to put your woman down. And if you're a decent black man, you're not that guy. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But in true dust bucket fashion, you're trying to put your woman down and everybody knows, what would you do without us? We were, as we're coming home driving, I said, that's one thing nobody has to tell a black woman is to get to work. That's one thing we know how to do because we showed us so much responsibility. And that's why I did that video about that young girl. Today, I'm a damsel in distress. Pretty girl, you should have been one day one. But see, we're all black women always taught to work. And you got to take care of you and everybody else. And it's killing us. So this video here, I wanted to share this with you. And I was like, well, oh, so by the way, so with this going on, your hip hop boy, I am so glad. He sat there and he sighed. He didn't get out of pocket. I am so glad he did it. Because I was like, ooh. I was thinking he might, have a comeback and things escalate. But he sat there and he stayed calm, which I'm so very glad he did. I just hope he doesn't try to have it out with her later, verbally, let it lead to an argument on the way home or wherever the heck they were going. But I thought about it. I said, you know, maybe it wasn't appropriate. Some said it wasn't appropriate, but the word is out. I keep saying Blackistan, we think we got some kind of secret. No, we don't. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. So I thought about it. Maybe it wasn't an ideal conversation. And I know we don't know them that well to do that, to do that. Maybe some say that. But that right there, I'm not embarrassed for him. He brought that on himself, trying to down his woman in front of someone. I thought about it. He does that because guess what? That's what they do. And here she's an accomplished woman. We're like, oh, okay. Well, you know what? We're discussing our backgrounds and things that we do. So you feel out of place because all you know is I'm up next studio, man, up next studio. You know what I'm saying? I got my CD coming out. It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? I've been really waiting on this right here, and I'm putting my all in all. And she, again, what do you do besides the studio, man? And I thought about it. I said, it can really go wrong, especially when you have different cultures and you got, especially for men, different nationalities. It can really go wrong. But I think that that's what more needs to happen. Call them out. Call out the dust buckets. How women working so hard. What is he doing? Beside the studio, man. I'm like, is he getting studio time? Don't you have to pay for that? So what is he doing besides studio, man? Where's your check? Where's your income? Do you have a portfolio? Did you trade today? Are you in? Do you have a business going? Is there a business plan? All we know is studio and about a rapper, which explains the hip hop attire. And I thought to myself, I feel for her. We were talking about like why is she even with them? I said, well, I know why. I said, it's the doctrination of the BC. Black women are taught to accomplish things so they can be self-supporting for themselves, and then just to pick up a man in the community, and you're supposed to build him up, and that's why she's with him. She deserves so much more. Again, it's like oil and water, but we've seen that before. We've seen it before. And he had the audacity. I'm like, well, obviously she's holding him down. She can afford to, obviously. And you had the audacity to try to talk down about her accomplishment. What's comparison of high school to college? Everybody goes to high school and everybody has their degree. But you're trying to you don't even know it's like that. You're trying to minimize her. Why? Because everything is about the dust bucket. Even if he hasn't accomplished anything in the BC, everything is about the dusty. So that right there, he was calm. I hope, and I'm glad. I will say I'm glad that he acted that way, but I hope he thinks about it. Maybe there wasn't a time or place, and maybe we didn't really know them. But I thought about it. I was like, wow, it was so obvious talking about her. It's kind of I always go back to you. No one cares. I don't care. We don't care about your studio time. You have no opinion on politics, world affairs, business, investing. Wall Street Journal, Barron's Papa don't even know what it is. Barron's, I don't know who that dude is. Is he for with Drake? No, the newspaper that comes out, Forbes, for who? Who you talking about? And she's up there with him, setting the bar mighty low. At this point, I don't even know if we even have a bar. Yes, I want to kind of share that with you. That right there, I'm just glad things stay calm. We got the ticket, and then we carried on. But I thought about it. I was like, wow, I was like, I would expect you to say that. I mean, we don't really know those people like that, and then to come out of a bag. And so what I really think, I said, well, the more I thought about it, I said, oh my goodness, he probably thought by meeting someone that's business oriented and talking about his rap career, it occurred to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I just figured out the whole idea of him calling and wanting to have lunch and just talk shop. He's a rapper. He's probably looking for somebody to invest. And that's why I think he wanted all about him. Boo, we don't invest in you. I was like, I said, we just met. Why would he do that? And it occurred to me. I said, oh, it occurred to me much later because I was like, who does that? And I thought about it. No, he probably got that business card and thought, oh, okay, let me go ahead and get a call. Maybe get the rest of my studio time. Dusty's have game. Oh, Dusty's got game. So yeah, but I think it went wrong, like I said, and that's why I think personally it was all about him. I think he was there to promote himself, and he may have thought, "Oh, okay, this is a business person. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Your wife, I see. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this might be my little inside." So I think that's why at the dinner, at the lunch rather, he wanted to put everything about him to promote himself and downgrade her. But however, as you can see, it went a little differently. So that right there, I wanted to kind of share that with you all. I wish her the best. Woo, child, ladies, please don't be picking up these dust bucket lint pockets, Larry. Please, it's just not worth it. And the way he acted tonight, if I was her, well, this evening, well, early afternoon, if I was her, I wouldn't even be there. It's time to go. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I said, wow. I mean, it's like what we don't get down like that. And it occurred to me later. That's what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to get someone who may be business oriented, know about investing, and he's thinking, oh, investing means money. Maybe they can invest in my rap future. Boo, go get you a job, okay, please, so you don't have to rob. Because I really think that right there, he's probably robbing his girlfriend's purse. Only thing is, old girl got the purse wide open. So anyway, let me know what you all think. This is how it happened with Tyrone and Zaddy. We're at the table, and people had a few drinks. I'm out.